Buenos dias, Bedford Middle School, and a pleasant Friday to all. Well, I hope you're doing well. Well into things with our at-home learning program, and that seems to be going well. It's amazing how quickly we develop routines and become accustomed to a new way of doing things, and that shows that all of our students are very resilient, as well as our teachers, and you guys are working well together. I'm certainly happy to hear that, to continue to support you any way that I can. Got some new questions coming in from the forum this week. I'd like to address some of those today. One question was about library books and Chromebooks again, and we really still don't have a plan for that, so continue to hold on to those items, take care of those items, and we'll let you know what we're going to do with those when we know more about it.
Hey BMS. So one of your questions was about PDF files. You wanted to know when you get a PDF file from a teacher, how you are supposed to do that assignment. So the way you get that work done is you could print it out and do the work on the PDF, or you could write it on a separate piece of paper. Then you could always take a picture of what you've done and send it to your teacher, or scan it, or hold on to it and submit it later.
We received a question, an interesting question from one of our 8th grade students asking about any sort of send-off or recognition ceremony that we might have. We always have a nice program for 8th graders, recognizing each one individually and sending them off. And that's important. We understand that. We always enjoy doing that. And I want you to know we've kind of thought about that. Obviously, if anything happens, it's going to look a lot different than it always has in the past. But we're thinking along those lines. So it was interesting that question came up. So we're thinking about that, just to let you know. Great question.
Another question we had was about socializing with your friends. I know a lot of you are missing seeing your friends. I know some teachers are taking an opportunity to do some Google Hangouts. So if you see one of your teachers doing that, take part in it. You'll get a chance to see your teacher and your classmates. And here's a little clip of a Google Hangout that the Bedford Middle School faculty recently had, and it was so good to see everybody. Another way you can socialize with your peers is by entering our talent show. The BMS News is sponsoring a talent show, and I'm going to turn it over to Gabe Dixon so he can tell you a little more about it.
BMS News is hosting an end-of-the-year virtual talent show. All submissions are due by Monday, May 11th. All submissions must be school appropriate. If they are not, they will not be included in the final show. You will need to video yourself doing your talent. Your video should not be longer than 2 minutes. The show will be limited to 10 entries, so you need to choose your talent wisely. If there are more than 10 entries, the top 10 entries will be chosen. All submissions are due by Monday, May 11th, and only BMS students can be in your video. And because of social distancing, video can only include you or family members that are also BMS students. There will be a cash or gift card prizes for first, second, and third place entries. The final show will be posted and available for everyone to view the last week of school. To submit your video, you need to go to a Google Classroom, and the code should be up on screen.
We've been serving meals twice a week, Monday and Thursday, 11 to 1. That's still going on and will continue for a while. Someone asked if that would continue and for how long it will continue, and I don't know the answer to that. I know for sure it will continue as it does now, at least through May 21st. After that time usually is when our summer meal program starts, and I don't know what that's going to look like. Talked to our cafeteria supervisor this morning, and we both believe that meal service is going to continue in some way through the summer. Chances are it'll probably look a lot like it does now. So I can't give you a definite answer on that, but we anticipate that we'll continue meal service through the summer.
A lot of you are also asking about 5K training, and Mrs. Brim is heading that up so well. Make sure to join her Google Classroom so you can learn more about that. It is a great way to not just stay physically healthy, but to stay mentally healthy during what has been a really trying time for a lot of people. We're going to look more next week about what some of us in the office have been doing to kind of stay mentally healthy.
I had another question about passing on, moving on to next grade. And I touched on this last week, and just to reiterate the fact that if you or your parents were not involved in a conversation about possible retention, about possibly repeating the grade you're in, if you weren't involved in a conversation about that prior to the coronavirus and the interruption that we've experienced, then you're not a candidate for that. You don't need to worry about that. What we hope that you're doing now with at-home learning is, we hope you're doing your best, and that you're communicating with your teachers, and that you're problem solving and figuring things out and just doing the best you can. And if you're doing that, you're fine. Nothing to worry about. So I hope that's not a stressful item for many of you, but we want to make sure you understand that we just want you to do your best on that. So with that, I'll sign off. As always, make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. See you next time.